Betty Fletcher, the director of the Greeneville Greene County History Museum, joins us this morning in the studios. Good morning, Betty. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine.
Well, you've got something to talk about today, a fundraiser that's coming up for the museum. First, tell us about the Greeneville Greene County History Museum, how long it's been around and what you all do and what you've got there. You got a little bit of everything
We do.
It's really amazing.
The museum began in 1983 with one gallery, and it's the gallery when you first come up the steps. What now is our office and our quilt room. We are governed by a board, and we have about 15 on the board. And right now, I think we're doing really well. We hope to get the Bab Cabin open soon. We have contracted Idell to do the grading, and everything's, as soon as the weather clears up and it's not wet down there, they'll get to it, and we'll have it open to the public. And the Bab Cabin, or the Bab descendants, will be here next weekend for their reunion.
Yeah.
And I understand they're from several different countries. There's several of them, and they are going to do some work down. Hopefully, I want them to clean it and to get some of the things out from under the foundation where they've just stuck up under there, and maybe do some lighting where I can see after dark to get in there, turn the alarm off. And also, there are a couple of holes in the wall upstairs, and I'm hoping they'll, get those fixed and maybe get the front door more secure.
Tell us about the cabin. How did the museum come to get it? What's its background and history?
It came from up on the Kingsport Highway, and the cabin belonged to Seth Babb, and he fought as a soldier in the Revolutionary War at Yorktown.
Wow.
Yorktown, where he was at. And it had been just kind of, the horses and things had been in it, the cattle, and it was kind of getting depleted. And somehow the family decided they were going to hire someone to reconstruct it or to preserve it. And I think at first we took it on loan, and when we acquired the property across the street, the Fox property, we decided that would be a good place to put it. And so they came and helped, get started, and then eventually it was completed, and we had to put a new roof on it because the roof was not very well because it was leaking.
Yeah.
So, and then with the chimney looks more modern, but somehow that's just how it got that way, And hopefully we will have a viewing by the side door. We'll have a viewing area for people to step in and look at all the things. And we have a lot of artifacts. Right now there's a rope bed in it, and I have a lot of the toys and some tables and things that will go in. But a lot of that stuff we'll probably just put in and then remove because the temperature's not the same all the time.
Yeah.
And, we wouldn't want the doll or some of those quilts or some of those things to mold and mildew. We also have a Bible. But we do plan to to put those in when we first open it so people can see that. And I'm thinking it probably be open by appointment, but I don't know yet. The board's not made that decision. Hopefully we can have some things down there for children, some of the schools, and maybe make soap and make candles and apple butter and some things like that. And the Scouts do use that area. In September. They have their jamboree there. But mostly they just use in where the fireplace is. And they had a speaker and have some things there, but they camp on the grounds there. So that's coming up in September.
So the Fox Park, what are the plans for the Fox Park, and how do you want that to benefit the community?
Well, eventually we'd like to build a new museum in that area.
Yeah.
That's probably in the future.
Yeah. And
we're going through making a strategic plan now, which we'll have to do a capital fund, and then it'll be landscaped. And of course, there's going to be the driveway and the parking spaces and the handicap, all that area. We have to make it, ADA compliant. But we'll hope it'll just be an asset to that little corner there, and part of the historic district. Because the cabin is 1787, and most of the things that we have are from that period. I have a chandelier that Earl actually bought that is period before he died. And I now have some beeswax candles to put in those, which they're going to melt when they get in there. But if you open both the front door and the back door, there's a good breeze there. So
you've got a Tales and Tea. Tell us about the fundraiser that's coming up.
Okay, that'll be Sunday afternoon, and we're going to have it in the gym. And you can dress casual because I hope it don't be real hot, but we want to have it there so we won't have to pay for another area to have it. And it will start at 2:00, and it is a matching fundraiser with Modern Woodman. And Vera Ann Myers she's the chairman of this committee. And what we're going to have is we'll have hot tea and we'll have punch for those that don't partake of the tea. And then we'll have all the tempting treats that go along with an afternoon tea party.
So it's 2:00. Do you need to call for reservations? Just show up?
You can buy your tickets at the door. You can call for reservations. You can come by the museum today and tomorrow. We're open from 11 to 4. And we have a speaker. Her name is Patricia Mink, and she's head of the Fibers Department in the Art and Design Department at ETSU. And she's going to tell us how to read a quilt.
Oh, really?
That's unusual. Never heard of that. And she considers herself a hoarder of anonymous quilts, and she has several Greene County quilts.
And she's speaking when?
Well, I'm not sure if we're going to have her at 2, but she'll be their guest speaker.
That's interesting, the reading of the quilts.
Reading a quilt. And last year we did a quilt turning, but we thought we'd kind of change it this time.
What's a quilt turning?
A quilt turning, we had a bed. You can use an iron bed. You kind of tilt it, and you lay down the quilts, lay them out that you're going to talk about. And then we had someone from that family, descendant or somebody from the museum, we'd hold the quilt up, and we'd tell the story of the quilt. And it's real popular, you know, that's something that's going on now. And also, she has won awards nationally and internationally for her exhibitions. So I'm looking forward to hearing her speak.
How much are the tickets?
The tickets are $25, and our proceeds will go to help further our work on the Babb Cabin in Fox Park.
What are the general hours of the Greeneville Greene County History Museum?
We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 4, and I go in early for groups. I will, by appointment, if somebody wants to come early. I do a lot of that.
Is there admission charge for the museum?
Do a lot of tours. We do not charge admission. We go on your donations and on our membership.
And it's located, the old Andrew Johnson School, for people that remember it that way. And it's I think it's still a beautiful building. And
it is. It's most of it's been redone, except the first floor hall is still that tile, but upstairs it's the laminate, and a lot of the rooms have carpet in them. And I guess I'm bragging, but I think Earl brought it into a whole new era. It's nothing like what it used to be, and people come in and say, well, it's wonderful. And we would like to make it one of the best museums in Tennessee. We are a member of the AASLH. We're going through that to make it a certified history museum, and we're progressing through that. And we've been very fortunate to get a lot of grants. I try to keep my eyes open and my ears open to see what we can acquire. And it's kind of competitive. It's hard.
Yeah. And
we would like to consider ourselves an award-winning museum, because the last year in May, I received an award for the Veterans Gallery. We renovated it. Took about 7 months, and it was from the East Tennessee Historical Society. It was an Excellence Award for History. And then I also received a Commendation Award from the Tennessee State Museum for the Veterans Gallery.
All right, phone number to call if they need more information.
636-1558. And we want all the quilt lovers to come out. I think this will be interesting.
I think it will. Sunday in the gymnasium at the Greeneville Greene County History Museum, 2:00. You can buy your tickets at the door. You can get them ahead of time today or tomorrow, 11 till 4 when the museum is open, $25, or call Betty Fletcher, the director, at 636-1558. The proceeds go to improvements at the Fox Park. It's the Tales and Tea event fundraiser with the Modern Woodman at the History Museum this weekend, right? All right, Betty, thank you for coming by.
Thank you. Hope to see everybody there.